All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel here. I know we've been kind of on a hiatus here. I'm putting this video out literally today. We are also filming our 450 Supercross preview show, but I wanted to put out a video prior to that, kind of talking about some of the racing that's been happening. Literally right now, the WSX Swedish round is going on. So I wanted to talk about the two rounds prior to that. I've been swamped, so I'm sorry that we haven't gotten to, like with WSX, we should have had more videos of me breaking down the races here. I was trying to do that, but again, as y'all know, if you've watched the channel before, I have a couple other businesses going on, and I'm very, very busy with those, especially this time of year. So anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure to check out all our sponsors. There's going to be links in the description down below. And let's jump into this here. So 2 WSX rounds have happened since the last time I was, since the last time I made a video kind of wrapping stuff up here, right? So we had Vancouver, which had the Eli Tomac debut. At least, I guess I'm confused because I guess I don't think I've talked about this. If I have, then I'm just repeating myself, but whatever. This is typical of the channel. So if you're new, welcome. This is what happens. This is a fan channel. This is not an insider breaking news media moto channel. We're just idiots in a garage, as you can see. Anyway, so yeah, so Vancouver round happened. Eli Tomac's debut on the KTM 450 looked absolutely outstanding. Freaking dominated everything, super pole, all three races. That bike looked fantastic underneath him, and we all kind of went, whoa, 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 whoa. That was really good. Obviously, Ken Roczen had a pretty good Vancouver round and was mixing it up, but starts hurt him there, right? Then we go to, I'm going to call it the biggest / the best WSX round that we've seen to date, which would be the Australian Supercross round there. I believe they were in Melbourne. You got Eli Tomac, you've got Danger Boy, you've got Kenny, you've got Jason Anderson, you've got Cooper Webb. All of them are there. And man, that track was so bone dry, but it made the racing so good. The honeymoon phase for Eli is over. That round kind of like, they realize there's some issues with the bike. We've seen some issues. We've posted some pictures of like Prado's shock blowing out. I've talked to some people. There's shock issues going on. Like KTM won't admit it, but there are shock issues going on. What we saw with the Prado pictures that we posted, that's happening. That's happening frequently with these guys. This is the same thing that Sexton was talking about. And they can't seem to figure it out. I've talked to some other dudes that ride KTMs, and they have it figured out, some privateer guys, but like for some reason factory KTM can't figure this out. I don't know why. That's a whole nother story. I'll have to try to talk to some more people and get that info. But obviously with Tomac there, they had some bike issues. Tomac wasn't happy, as I'm sure most of you have heard by now because I'm super late in doing this. He just took off after the race, didn't even do any interviews. Ian Harrison did some interviews and basically said like, look, we're going to have to do some more testing here and not ever be in this situation again. Cooper Webb was kind of meh all night. Like Cooper Webb's off-season races this year have been kind of meh, both Paris and the Australia round here. So there's not a whole lot but we've seen this with Coop, and it doesn't pertain to the season. He has some testing to do, he said. Danger Boy, obviously, his second 450 race, that also didn't go as planned, which is what we've kind of seen now with some of the announcements, which again, I'm kind of brief overviewing this here just to put a video out of my thoughts so far on this WSX stuff before we get into the last couple rounds. We are going to go more in depth, so make sure to check out our 2025 Supercross preview show that will be coming out here real soon, because me and the guys are going to break this stuff down more in depth during our halftime report here. But anyway, yeah, the Deegan racing didn't go great, which is why we're seeing now that he's not going to go 450s for Supercross at all. He's only going to focus on 450s for outdoors. So again, it's because the rounds didn't go great. I'm not saying he did bad or he did terrible. I felt like he did okay. Mistakes were made. There was stuff with the gate pick at the Argentina round. Now you've got this round, he, you know, goes down, which again, that track was so slick. Like, that's not a surprise. Any of those dudes could have made a mistake like that. Like, I'm not saying that's him. The only thing I will say, and I'll, like I said, in our Supercross preview video, I'll jump into more details here, but the only thing I will say is that he spends a lot of time looking back when he's in front of guys here in the 450 class. So that's a bit of a thing, but outside of that, he was fine. Super impressed with Savatgy, super impressed with Craig, especially Craig. Like, Craig has a newfound thing, and Craig's got a big chip on his shoulder here that he's going to be trying to prove, I think, in 2026. So that'll be interesting to watch. And yeah, I mean, basically that's kind of, in essence, my brief summary of what I wanted to get out here. We saw, obviously, Jet and Hunter race Paris and the WSX stuff. That didn't go particularly great for them, either one. Like, Jet rode okay. But yeah, that's basically, there isn't much outside of that to real. Again, I'm trying not to go super duper in depth here, just because there's going to be an in-depth discussion with the boys on the Supercross preview show. If you guys want to get an inside view or an early view of the Supercross preview show, make sure to join our members area. We will be live streaming that. And then it'll be up in the archives in the live streams for members to watch whenever. So you can get an early preview. You can subscribe to the members area for as little as $1 per month. So go hit that. There's going to be a link in the description for that. With that being said, I want to thank all the sponsors that have been with us in 2025 here, as this is basically my last 2025 video. So thanks to Rev X, who was with us for 2025. Thanks to Gutter Works. Thanks to Holster Co. Thanks to Flo Racing. Thanks to Coach Rob at Complete Racing Solutions. Thanks to TLR Coatings. Thanks to Adept Creative Co., NANO XTREME, and Alias MX. Thanks to all of them. Most of them are coming back for 26. But with that being said, that's kind of my brief overview of the the racing that's been happening in these weeks. And again, apologies I haven't been able to put out more of this, but I'm real busy. Hit the TLR Coatings website. We make custom ones of these. These are Milwaukee utility knives. We coat custom ones. Go pick some of those up. With that being said, I want to thank everybody who has been watching all season for 2025. I want to thank all of our members that have been members all year. And I want to thank all you new people for tuning in and checking this out. Hope everybody has a great holiday. We will see everybody in 2026.